Hello, how you guys doing this evening? I am Dr. Scooby and welcome to another show of Urban Class 101. Okay, if you guys checked the last show last week, it was on domestic violence. There was some humor involved in that. However, it's a very serious situation. There are individuals out there that are being hurt constantly every day because of domestic violence. Okay, yet there are females out there that see the red flags, but they fail to acknowledge them. And there are females that notice these red flags and they take immediate action. And that brings us to the next subject: dynamic women. Boom. Cool. And today we have finally a female on the panel. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Terry. How you doing, Terry?
I'm well. How are you today?
You know what? I'm doing all right. Now, the subject again is dynamic women. My definition of a dynamic woman is a woman that can hold down a household, that knows who she is as a woman, don't have to do anything extraordinary to be a woman in today's society. That's me personally. What do you think? What's your definition?
My definition of a dynamic woman is a woman who, first of all, knows who she is and she understands how she sees herself. And in addition to that, she understands where those views come from. I believe that the source of the way you view yourself should be from God and God alone. And if it's not from Him, if it's from any outside source, it's going to be wrong and you're not going to possess the traits of a dynamic woman.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And I see that as being a problem in today's society. There are females that, like you said, look for, let's say for example, validation in other places, not where it's supposed to be, i.e. the church or at home. As a matter of fact, where do you think females can find certain mentors out there? Like you have on TV, you have Oprah Winfrey. Okay, even she's a dynamic woman. Also, she's getting paid billions of dollars. Or you understand what I'm saying? Your next door neighbor isn't. Or Michelle Obama. Her man is the president. Your man work at Kmart, but that's still your man. You see what I'm saying? But she is still a dynamic woman. Or she strives to be a dynamic woman. Where would you say a female could search to find that type of mentor?
I think that you just answered the question. I mean, everybody doesn't have the financial access or the platforms that Oprah and Michelle Obama have. But these women are around you. You know, you need not look any further than even in your community. You can go to the church, you can go to the community center, they're in your schools. They're all around you. You just have to be willing to look at for them.
Yeah, well, I can dig that. Now, hypothetical question out there for all my brothers out there: where would you look for a dynamic woman? Wait, if you're saying the cabaret around the corner, no, that's not it. Don't get me wrong, some may look good or whatever, but is that your wife? Is that a female that you can, that can hold down the fort for you and your it supports you? That I don't believe that you can find a woman at a club or let's say at the bar or anything like that. I really think you need to focus personally. You need to focus on what's going to better you as a man, help you, and not just better you, support you in your aspirations, your dreams, your goals. What do you think about that?
I think you're right. I don't think you will likely find your mate in the club. Not to say that it's never going to happen, but if you're looking for somebody that's going to give you that support, you want to look in places that those type of people will be, i.e. the library, the bookstore, the gym, and places that are positive, more positive.
Okay, more positive places. Now, a man don't want lame woman or wife. You understand what I'm saying? You want a woman that has some pizzazz in her ass, so to speak. You know, that's not afraid of being alive, and not necessarily saying you won't find that woman at the library, but okay, she's there reading. Okay, so she likes to read, but she can be a cornball. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I mean, how do you think? Let's say if I wanted to find my dynamic woman, right? Let's say I want to find my dynamic woman. What type of traits do you think I can, you know, or do you think I should look for?
I would say look at your track record.
Okay.
If you, in your past, have said you wanted all these qualities, but you look at your track record and none of those women possess them, you really need to ask yourself, first of all, do you want those qualities, and are you really looking for them? And if it's true that, you know, none of those women had what you say you're looking for, do the exact opposite of what you did in those situations. If those women do have those traits and it didn't work out, again, you need to look at yourself. It all goes back to you. I believe the same characteristics that make a woman dynamic are the same characteristics that make a man dynamic. And I think it takes the same thing. You know, what's your source for what you believe about yourself and what you believe you deserve?
There you go. You know, you're absolutely right. I do feel like there's people out there that don't believe they deserve that one. Don't get me wrong, they say they want it, but they don't do what they have to do to get that one. You agree with that?
I absolutely agree. That's why you have men who are, like the example you just gave about the girl in the library, you know, may assume she's boring. They may go for that hood rat in the club because she's fun or feisty or whatever. She's entertaining. But in the long run, is that what's good for you? You know what I mean? I think that it would be easier to turn a boring book reader into the type of woman you want than to tame down a hood rat.
There you go. You know what? That's all right. So, as a matter of fact, if we go back to the wise words of BBD, you don't fall in love with a big butt and a smile. All right. And again, I just want everybody to understand what we're coming from right here. You can't look for love in all the wrong places, and there are dynamic women out there every day. Like Miss Terry here, I want to thank you for coming to the show. Thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate it. And everybody out there, please subscribe. Please leave your comments, and we will see you again next week. Urban Class 101.